accused of a sex crime carries the highest level of stigma, really, of any crime that a person can be accused of today. When you walk into a courtroom and are met with a jury who's been told that the defendant is accused of a sex crime, oftentimes they'll start leering at the accused person. When the family and friends of the accused person finds out, they'll turn on them. Employees will lose their jobs over the mere allegation. If the accused person is a parent, they'll often be shunned at activities where the children are involved. Defending these sorts of allegations requires an experienced and dedicated attorney who is frequently expensive. So there's a significant financial burden that comes with these allegations. When you combine that with the serious life-altering consequences of being accused of a sex crime, the emotional toll is immense. Seasoned sexual assault attorneys are going to take a proactive approach to being accused of a sex crime in a variety of ways. First, if there is media coverage of the sexual assault allegations against you, heading that off and countering it is critically important, and it must be done early in the case. An experienced sexual assault attorney can help with mitigating the consequences and the pain from friends and family shunning you, and can explain the process and explain why these allegations aren't true. And to preserve your job while these allegations are going on is a huge win. Last but not least, confronting and putting down the name calling and all of the punishment that you receive from social media can absolutely be done early on in the process, so that throughout your case, you're feeling comfortable and safe. An 18-year-old can be accused of sex crimes against their 16-year-old boyfriend or girlfriend. First, there can be allegations of interference with custody or corrupting a minor that are not directly related to sex crimes in particular, but can be consequences of sexual conduct. Second, it seems like everybody these days is recording their entire sex life, and recording your sex acts with your 16-year-old significant other is creating child pornography, which is a very serious offense that carries significant prison time. If you've been accused of a sex crime, you need to call an experienced sexual assault defense attorney immediately, and then shut your mouth. There is a minefield of potential missteps and misstatements that you walk through if you try to talk to the police, neighbors, friends, family members, or anybody else on your own. And stepping on one of those landmines can have devastating consequences to your case in the future. We work with a variety of expert witnesses in our sexual assault defense cases that include biologists, sociologists, and even toxicologists to hit the various areas that do come into play in these cases. We also work with private investigators to make sure that the case is properly investigated and nobody from our office becomes an accidental witness in the case. Conviction for a sexual assault offense can include things like prison and sex offender registration. Prison terms can be anywhere from a few months up to a lifetime in prison. And registration as a sex offender can last anywhere from 15 years also to the rest of your life. You should hire our firm to defend you against sexual assault allegations, because if you tell us you didn't do it, we'll believe you. We'll treat you with compassion and respect. And at the end of your case, you're going to know that we've done everything we possibly can to achieve the goals that you set out throughout your case. Not only has our firm a combined more than 30 years of experience defending people who are accused of sexual assault offenses, but we've tried dozens of these cases to successful verdicts for our clients. Handling sexual assault cases discreetly is often very difficult. If the media and the public are already aware of the allegations against you, there's little to nothing you can do to keep those places quiet. So we will be a vigorous defender of you, both to the media and on social media, to keep your reputation clear as much as possible. For sexual assault allegations, what makes our firm different from any other is that I've been where you are now. During my divorce, I was threatened with sexual assault allegations by my now ex-wife. So I understand the pain and fear that you're experiencing right now. Combining my personal experience with our nationally recognized trial team means that there's no other firm out there that can defend these sorts of allegations the way we can. During your initial case evaluation, you're going to meet with Chaz or Kristen, and you're going to tell them your story, and they're going to help you complete some paperwork for my office. And then I'm going to come and meet with you, and we're going to talk about your story. We're going to talk about what your goals are to try and get the best outcome that you need in your case. We're going to talk about what our firm's approach would be to achieving those outcomes, and we're going to talk about what your options are to try and achieve those goals. If it's the right situation for you, then I will be the one that handles your sexual assault allegation personally. But over the course of our case, we always take a team approach to every allegation that we defend people for. And so if you develop a relationship with one of our other trial attorneys, I will not stand in the way of that relationship, because the relationship between lead trial counsel and the client is sacred. And the trust that is built between those two is critically important to the success of your case.